Everybody made fun of Az. Everybody hated Az, but he was right. And now everybody is agreeing with him. You want to know what's really funny about this? He won. It doesn't matter what you think media literacy is. It doesn't matter, because ultimately people support him now. And now his opinion is so pervasive that companies are avoiding it. And the government has even made it mandatory for people to not include pronouns in their emails. Complete bald victory. And oh, and by the way, Starfield's f***ing dead.
Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. God Emperor of the video game sphere, Asmongold. Ode Joshin recently did a stream where he was discussing the death of pronouns. A few days ago on social media, I did a post in regards to what Anthony Mackie had said about Captain America and that the America really should be removed because it doesn't really represent America. I don't know. What is he? Captain Nice Guy? I don't know. And I had the freezing cold take that Captain America actually does love his country and the people of America, the citizens. Crazy, huh? Well, somehow the weirdos got mad about it because they thought that that meant that he was a big fan of government. Therefore, they probably thought Orange Man bad. It drove them loopy, and invariably what it boiled down to is they just wanted to have another stab at the guy that did the Starfield rant about the pronouns. Invariably, the tactics of these people are they try to shame you, they try to bully you, they try to gaslight you, they try to gotcha you into silence, and as we know, that ain't gonna work with somebody like myself, and the tide seems to be significantly turning right now. US government agencies have ordered employees to remove gender pronouns from email signatures. Directives were sent out to employees at the State Department of Defense, and the Office of the Director of National Intelligence. The email said the move was to align with the president defending women from gender ideology extremism and restoring biological truth. Can't argue with him there. The Trump administration ordered employees in federal DEI and accessibility offices to be placed on paid administrative leave and instructed federal agencies to move to terminate such offices within 60 days. Trump has also ended the use of DEI criteria in hiring and federal contracting. I wish here in the UK we had somebody with this set of balls as well, but unfortunately we got this guy.
And just try and whack it. Yes, this is good. And again. That's it. And again. Try and breathe. Relax. That's it.
I can say with absolute certainty that I've never been so unintimidated in all my life. I bet those gangs that are roaming the UK are cowering in fear right now. So let's bring this back on track to the video game industry. Lead developer of Dragon Age The Veilguard, Corrine Bush, who had one of the most pathetic self-inserts to the utter excrement that was that video game, found themselves leaving BioWare a couple of weeks ago. The prior month, this absolute coward refused to take any responsibility for the pathetic video game and blamed it on a hate campaign. Oh my goodness me, isn't it wonderful when you hide behind shields of diversity because you don't want to take any responsibility whatsoever for the pile of shite that you created? Well, that's pretty much the Western gaming industry in a nutshell. EA's latest financial report showed that Dragon Age The Veilguard engagement was 50% below expectations with 1.5 million players. However, that was engagement, not sales. The likelihood is the game sold less than 1 million copies. After the financials, EA suddenly announced a restructuring going on at BioWare, and we all know what restructuring means. BioWare veterans confirmed that they were laid off by EA, including senior Dragon Age and Mass Effect devs. Shortly after the restructuring announcement went live, both Karen and Trick Weeks revealed revealed on Blue Sky, that in itself says everything you need to know, that they were no longer with the studio. Never have two pictures told such a story. The banner, a seemingly normal married couple, and then the profile picture, blue-haired weirdo with they, them in their bio. But then you look at the wife's account, and I think it tells you everything that you need to know. But just in case you needed some proof, this article from Douglas Blair was actually discussing the top surgery scars in the Dragon Age The Veilguard creation screen, and Karen Weeks decided to retweet somebody that said, "Fucking tourist, Dragon Age was always woke. It's a feature, not a bug." And when somebody like that is involved in your development team, when they get fired, I have absolutely zero sympathy, because they are a hindrance to your company. They are not an asset. These games are created for the masses. They are not created for the nuanced audience. You're not an independent company that's trying to target a very small specific demographic. You are a huge studio that needs as many people buying your game as possible. Your activism has zero place here. Take it and fuck off. And to all the people that would like to con you into believing that these are actually customizable options for the video game that add more choice, this in itself is utter bullshit. Because if these are truly a value add, there must be the counter to be able to have these in. If you want to have trans characters and pronouns, you must be able to reject them as well. Not just purely in the character creation screen, but in the video game itself. But you'll never find that, because these are inserted as far left, ideological, gender identity, activism elements. Nothing more. Dragon Age The Veilguard is the absolute epitome of corporatized activism. They don't believe it in any way, shape, or form. They are simply doing it because they believe that is the thing that could get them some dollar money, jumping on to the latest social trend. And when it all comes tumbling down, they realize that they have to change course, and everybody that was on for that ride are suddenly surplus to requirements. Which brings us on to our next person.
The first thing that you can set, as you can see, are your pronouns and gender. He, him, she, her, and they, them, and then your gender is man, woman, non-binary. Love that. Love the inclusivity. And then this is the one that blew my mind. Top surgery scars are also included in this for all of our trans and non-binary rooks out there.
2 hours later.
It's just a lot. It's just a whole lot, because now I'm in a position where I don't think BioWare is on my side, and I'm in a position now where for the first time I don't think BioWare has the right intentions.
Spoiler alert, dumbass, they never bloody did. You are what is known as a useful idiot. Somebody to be used and exploited by corporation in an effort to push their message. At best, if you thought that they truly believed in the ideology which you espouse to, then you're just exceedingly ignorant. At worst, you were more than happy to allow your ideology to be exploited, accepting their 30 pieces of silver with the gifts that they gave you, and also the early access to the game. You were complicit.
As long as the credits keep rolling in, life's good.
But that's just the problem. The credits weren't rolling in and you became surplus to requirements. You're not special. You were never special. You're simply a tool to be used. And speaking of tools, we have Matt Hansen from the upcoming RPG Avowed. When it came out that pronouns were always going to be visible when you go onto your character's screen in said game, as discussed between Mark Kern and Elon Musk, Matt Hansen decided to reply with, "I wanted so badly to make him mad with my game, and I cannot believe it actually happened. Just wait until you see the default. You said little shit." Oh, I think he meant sad, but you get the message. This is the same guy that also made the post. Reminder to black artists out there who are looking for portfolio reviews or job advice. My DMs are open and you will always have my priority. We got too many crusty white dudes in this field. Please let me help you replace me one day. I want to go back to living in the woods. 5-6 years later, he's still in his position, hasn't seemed to have given it up for anybody. This post even drew a response from former Obsidian Chief Creative Officer Chris Avallone. Based on recent news, if you were rejected from an art position at Obsidian in the past few years, call a lawyer. Discrimination in hiring, especially for a Microsoft studio, can ensure you don't need to apply for a job ever again. But Matt Hansen wasn't done with his stupidity. When Elon Musk posted that it should not be acceptable for any company in the gaming industry to be racist and sexist against white guys, Matt responds, "Oh, Elon, you sweet summer child, this will only embolden me, you sad sack of shit." These people aren't right in the head. They're fucking tapped. It's not even out. Avowed has yet to release. And if the game is worse than Dragon Age, and we've seen what that went through, what the hell do you think's going to happen here? And do you think Microsoft are going to have any more sympathy for Obsidian than EA are going to have for BioWare? I don't think so, sunshine. Sorry, sweet summer child. People like this should be openly fired and disavowed for what they've said. See what I did there? There's nothing wrong with that at all. They clearly don't have the company's best interests at heart. They clearly don't have gamers' interests at heart. What they have are their own self-interests at heart, and therefore they have no place within the industry. If you want to fall on your own ideological sword, then pay for it with your own money. But when you're playing with Daddy Corpo's money, you don't feel as if you're having any consequences for your actions. You get paid, you're all right, Jack. You don't care about your work colleagues or the fact that they might lose their jobs due to your dumb fuckery. You're only thinking of yourself. I'm a great believer that activism and narcissism clearly go hand in hand nowadays. And maybe we should add a little sprinkle of psychopathy for good measure as well. My Starfield rant was but one voice in an ocean of them. I was just fortunate enough that it went viral. So people who also felt the same way but had no way of expressing themselves or feeling as if they were the only ones that actually felt that way suddenly realized there was a lot of us out there. And even though we're going up against corporate censorship, government censorship, social media censorship, mainstream media gaslighting, we are making massive headways now. People aren't just speaking out on social media platforms, people are also speaking with their wallets. Corporations have no loyalty towards ideology, they only have loyalty to this. And if they ain't getting it, they'll change course to find a way to. Because if they don't, they're done. And as long as we don't overcorrect and let the pendulum swing dramatically in the opposite direction, we just want some semblance of normality again. If for any reason you are unsure about a movie, a show, a video game, don't purchase it immediately. Hold off. Don't pre-order anything. Wait to somebody that you trust online to give you as honest an answer as they possibly can. Create a video about it. You don't have to give corporation your money immediately. Don't fall for the FOMO hype. The more that we speak with our wallets, the more they will begin to listen. What's happened to BioWare and what is currently happening to Ubisoft are not tragedies. All of this is self-inflicted damage by the corporations. And other companies out there better pay heed, because this is exactly what's in store for you if you continue down this path. No company is too big to fail. And if you want to fuck around, you'll find out. I'll see you in the next video. You take care. Bye for now.